Well, um, I guess I would say that I describe myself. I am a social worker, and I'm a child, youth, and family forensic clinical specialist. So, child, youth, and family, of course, that's obvious what that's about in terms of where my focus has been historically. And then the forensic piece is just a word. Forensic means related to the law. So when people think forensics, they always think of CSI. And, that's really, forensics is really about anything related to the law, crime, criminal justice, corrections, that sort of thing. And so I've had 33 years. I'm going to be entering my 34th year of work in January. And I've worked in education as a counselor for at-risk youth and as a race relations coordinator. I've worked in child welfare as a frontline worker, as a casework supervisor, as a clinical assessor, and as an executive director. I've worked in mental health, in forensic mental health. I was a correctional mental health specialist at the Washington State Penitentiary in Washington State, USA. And I've also worked in the child protection unit at the IWK hospital in kind of that forensic mental health space. And I've also been an executive director in government. So I led the child and youth strategy of the province of Nova Scotia for 3.5 years when that work came out of the Nunn Commission. And so I guess that's kind of a, broadly speaking, kind of the background. In the last 10 or 12 years, I've kind of been independently working. I had left my last job in government. I noodled around in academia, teaching a little bit. And then my private practice began to grow. And because I'm really uncomfortable as private practice being my primary location of work, I created a nonprofit. And so the People's Counseling Clinic is where my primary site of work these days. And in addition to running the People's Counseling Clinic, I also run, or I'm the director of the African Nova Scotian Justice Institute. And that's a piece of work that we've developed over the last couple of years. So I'm the executive director of 2 nonprofits, and that keeps me pretty busy.